Hello, amazing family. This is Hadija with the Parenting Mindset Shift, a place where parents find clarity, peace, joy, and confidence in their parenting journey. And today I want us to take a time to honor the fathers. The fathers figures, anyone that is feeling like he's a father figures for someone else, even a mentor, a male mentor for another child. And I want us to take the time to honor their engagement, their connection, the effort that is being taken toward our children. And so, of course, I'm not going to be able to just say what a father is thinking, but the goal here is me as a mother, what is my role and responsibility to make sure that the father figures at the house, in our house, is putting in a place where we are appreciating, we are respecting, and we are honoring. So I want us to take a moment to think that as a mother, I have the possibility to teach that to my kids, how to do that. And of course, to be able to teach it, I need to know how to do it, right? So I need to understand exactly the dynamic and in a household of how we can be in a position where we're honoring and we're respecting and we are valuing the father in the house. And mother and father have different ways of expressing their love, but none of them has the right way or the wrong way. It's just the way it is. So first we be us to understand that it is different and it's okay to be different. As long as the big picture is there, we both love our children. And the way we do that can be different, but we have the same goal and the same intention to our children. But I want us to take a moment where we do talk with our children and to just have this dynamic of communicating what the sacrifice is done, what are the dynamic, what is the intention, like helping our children to interpret, to have a different perspective, and not necessarily feeling like because it's different than mom or any other way of showing their love, because it's different, it may be not the right way. So for us, I want us to understand that having different way of showing love is okay. The most important things for the parents, to the mother, is to communicate that to the children when they feel like they don't understand. It's not because they don't understand it that it's not that there is something wrong with it. So that's really the dynamic of, I feel like in our environment today, the father are not necessarily respected or understood, and even though things have evolved, we have more and more fathers that are engaged and trying to connect with their children. But there is also this dynamic of, because it's a different way of showing, we have a different perspective in it. So the first thing that I do is I always make sure that when we talk with our children, when I talk with our children, and I'm making sure that I'm talking about their father in a respectful way. So clearly in our house we don't use any bad word at all. So that's not the kind of talk I'm talking about. It's really just about making sure that we understand each other, and making sure that when I talk about their father, it's always something to that added value, right? And so being feeling respected and feeling value is very, very important in making sure that in the household we have this dynamic of understanding each other. So, and the other thing is also, let's say there is this situation where there is an argument with one of the child and the father. My goal is not to necessarily intervene to try to make it better at this time, even though it may be very difficult sometimes which we want to try to fix the situation. I need to learn to let it be and communicate in a way that we understand the reason behind the dynamic that just happened. And so those are the different perspectives, because I think having the perspective of understanding of the father in the household will help the children also show respect and value. However, if we do the opposite and we don't understand, and because we don't understand, we therefore don't respect or value or honor, it's going to be shown in the house. It's going to be shown, and now you have the dynamic of taking sides, which is not really the dynamic that we want. So I want us to take the time to appreciate and try to understand the different sacrifice, the different way that the father are communicating with their children. They love them, they honor their kids, and sometimes I remember my father always making my mother in a pedestal. He will always don't worry about me, just think of your mother. Always talking about my mother in such a beautiful way. And my mom was also doing the same. She was very respectful. My parents were divorced when I was younger, but they were very respectful to each other. And I think this is something that was in me that I wanted to continue and value. So I always talk about how the father love our children, but I love talking about the different stories, about the different mindset that sometimes the kids don't see it because the communication is different. So I always joke about the fact that I said, your father actually love you more than I do, because he loved you guys way before I even start thinking of being a mother. And a man, because, and I guess there is this behind being the provider, they're thinking about it way before we even start thinking about how are we going to be a mother. So I think we need to acknowledge those moments of the way they actually process, the way they love so much, and the different way they communicate that. We need to help the household to make sure that the children sees it, feel it, and like all the senses. And we mother have the power to actually make the whole house understand that. And this is the exercise that we need to take here, and I want us to take the time, and that's going to be the way to honor. So like this week, the Shred Connection tool of the week is gathering your children and put a note together about how we can work into making sure that we value the people in the house. How are they feeling value? How are they sharing and showing it to their father? And maybe making a note of different way of acknowledging the work, the effort that is done. Because I think we are not taking too much time to do that. We're just taking for granted the provision that is provided. The education that they do. Like we here are living in America, and everything started with their father. Before that we were in France, now we are living here. It's the father, the initiation that their father did for them. And we want them to appreciate that and understanding that there were a reason, the opportunity is opening. All of that was way before they're even born. And if we take the time as mother to just understand that and appreciate that and talk more about it, so the acknowledgement can be there. So that's really just a really quick video about that, honoring our father. This is, this video is going to be posted on Father's Day. So I just wanted to take the time to do that. And I'm thinking, of all the father figures that were in our life that had an impact in my life. And I want to appreciate that and value that. And I want to continue to work and be very intentional about being a wife and a mother. And even though we have different way of doing it, I need to be intentional about making sure that we are valuing, respecting and honoring the father in our house and any father figures around us. And so yeah, so that's just, thank you for watching today. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it has some value, it added some value. And if you like this kind of video, you know, just subscribe, like, and share. And I just wanted to, I didn't really have any script prepared. I just talk with my heart, talk to you about honoring our father, and I hope we are able to do that. So have a beautiful week, and I will see you at next time.